Hello, my dear kids. Welcome back to another video with Miss Laura. Today, we have another interesting story that we will read together, okay? This story, it's about one of the oldest and biggest trees in North America. So let's take a look and let's start, okay? Here we have, as you can see, the title of our reading for today is The Story of Quitquillas. So let's start. The story of Quitquillas, okay? Canada is a country famous for its trees. Perhaps the most famous tree of all was the giant golden Sitka spruce, okay? As you can see here in the picture, this is the famous tree, okay, in Canada, right? It is the giant golden Sitka spruce. Its home was Port Clement on Queen Charlotte Island in British Columbia. What happened to it is a sad story though. This tree was at least 300 years old. It stood on the banks of the Yukon River in one of the last stands of virgin coastal forests of the Pacific Northwest. It was a popular site of ecotourism and moreover was sacred to the Haida, the Aboriginal people of the area, as you can see here. They call the tree Quitquillas Old Tree, and it had been a part of their local oral history for generations. As you can see here, right? You can see this amazing tree. This is the giant golden Sitka spruce, right? This is really strange, but it is, and it is really famous, okay? If you had the opportunity to go and travel to Canada, you can visit this ecological place, right? And it is really, really famous, and you can feel, right? You can feel the nature with you, okay? Let's continue with the story. Golden Sitka spruces are rare, strange. This tree was not green, okay? This is not a common tree, okay? This is really special. This tree was not green, it was gold. It had, as you can see here in the picture, it had a golden color because of a lack of chlorophyll, which is the green substance needed for photosynthesis. Yet, Quitquillas was able to thrive because of the area's misty climate, or because the sunlight reached the tree by reflecting off the water of the river next to it. Even among rare trees, however, Quitquilla was special. It was very tall. Yes, this tree is really is one of the biggest trees in North America. Okay, it was very tall, over 40 meters, over 40 meters high, and more than 2 meters in diameter at its base. Unlike most Sitka spruces, which branch out haphazardly, it was uniformly conical. Quitquillas stood like a perfect shining golden Christmas tree in a forest of green. It stood as a monument that united people who were loggers and people who were against lumber companies' methods like clear cutting. All agree that Quitquillas was never to be cut down. Yes, you know that there are these kind of people, right? That they cut down all these trees. So let's continue. Here we have, then on the night of January 20 in 1997, a man crept into the forest and cut deeply into Quitquillas with a chainsaw. He had once been a logger and knew how to damage the tree. When he was done, so when he cut down this tree, he sent letters, no? He sent letters to newspapers and the logging company leasing the land, saying what he had done was a protest, no, against the destruction of the forest taking place all around Quitquillas. Despite attempts to save the tree, Quitquillas fell a few days later. The misguided protester was charged with criminal mischief and illegal cutting of timber. Strangely, while on his way by kayak to a court hearing, he disappeared and has not been found since, though the wreckage of his kayak was later washed up in Alaska. Many in the community suspect that he faked his death to escape his trial. You see? Fortunately, a branch from the dying old tree was rescued, and a baby golden Sitka spruce is growing in Port Clemens today in protected custody, which with golden needles shining under the sun, this spruce will one day become a rage giant in the forest. You see? Remember all the time, we have to take care about our environment. That's right. Everything that is around us, nature, we have to be conscious about what we are doing with our environment. Okay? So we finished here. I have an activity for today. Let's see. Here we have, okay? It says, A, fill in the blanks with words from the passage, okay? Let's complete here. Number 1, here we have, okay? It says, my teacher is a supporter of, not only do tourists get to explore exotic places of the natural environment, he says they also get to support conservation efforts. What will be? Ecotourism, right? Ecotourism. Ecotourism. Okay, here we have. My teacher is a supporter of ecotourism. Okay, number 2. In the community are going to strike because the company they work for will not give up clear cutting methods. The loggers, right? The loggers, here we have, the loggers in the community are going to strike because the company they work for will not give up clear cutting methods. Number 3. Okay, this ancient statue was carved many years ago as a gift for God. Our teacher explained to us that, what, do you remember? Okay, it's sacred, right? Sacred, here we have, sagrada, no? Sacred nature of an artifact in the museum. Okay, 4, for the Aboriginal peoples of Canada, much of the knowledge from one generation to the next is not handed down in the form of books, but means of oral history. Of oral history. Okay, here we have 5. From what her best friend told me, Bernice appeared to have made a hasty and misguided decision. Misguided decision when she dropped out of school to travel around the country. 6. The tipi is the traditional, this word is similar to a house, okay? The tipi is the traditional dwelling of Canada's Plains Aboriginal peoples. It is conical in shape, built with poles and cloth or animals' hide. 7, united, right? United, we stand, divided we fall. Little Timmy recites a line from a song written in 1768 to the surprise of his elder brother and sister. Okay, so we completed our activity. That is all for today. I hope you like it. You like this amazing story about this biggest tree, right? In North America, in Canada. I hope you like it and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.